सम्यक संबुद्ध बोधिसत्व विश्व वंदनीय डॉक्टर बाबा साहब अम्बेडकर, venerable monks and all the delegates, all the post bearers sitting on the dais, Mr. Ravi Kirti ji, who has invited me to this program, Mrs. Anula Hazare ji, Sunil Hazare ji, who has invited me to this program, Mr. P.A. Khobragade ji, Ranjit Phule ji, DCP Sahab, sir, who has just now spoken, and all Upasak and Upasikas. First of all, I like to congratulate all of you for establishing such a Buddha Vihar in the dense part of this Bangalore, Sakleshpur, and also the Upasak and Upasikas who has taken Bauddha Dhamma Diksha today. I congratulate them all. See, Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar has taken Dhamma Diksha on 14th of October 1956. But in fact, if you read the volumes which Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar has written, you will find that in volume 18, part 3, you will find that in spite of Dr. Ambedkar has taken Dhamma Diksha on 14 October 1956, he was working on establishing Buddhism in India much before that. Are you getting my language? Are you getting my English? Are you getting? See, हिंदी समझ में आता है? थोड़ा थोड़ा आता है, थोड़ा 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 आता है। इसलिए मेरे ख्याल से सब अच्छे दिन के लिए फंस गए। थोड़ा थोड़ा ये अच्छे दिन बोल दिए, दबाओ बटन। तो हिंदी में बोलूं या इंग्लिश में बोलूं? इंग्लिश? या सी, इन one part of volume 18, one man asked Dr. Ambedkar that you are a failure. You could not win the parliamentary election. You have not got the chance to enter in the parliament. You are a failure. Dr. Ambedkar told, should I give this answer over here, or should I give you the answer in the public at the stage? Baba Saheb told, I will give you the answer on the stage. Baba Saheb gone on the stage and he told that you think that I am a failure. I am not a failure. If you think that I had not win the parliamentary election, this doesn't mean I am a failure. The movement which I was doing since 1917, since 1927, the first movement of Baba Saheb Ambedkar was to have the Chaudhar tank water. Baba Saheb told, you were thinking that I was doing movement for this water which is lying at the Chaudhar tank. I was not doing that movement. You were thinking that I was doing movement to enter the Kalaram temple. I was not doing the movement to enter the temple. You thought that I was struggling to enter the round table conference. I was not struggling to enter the round table conference. In fact, from 1927 till 1956, I was fertilizing the land of India. I was fertilizing the land of India, and today I have sown the seeds of Buddhism, and my coming generation will grow this movement and they will make this India a Buddhist nation. That's mean Babasaheb Ambedkar's movement was not for entering into temple. Babasaheb Ambedkar's movement was not to touch the water. Babasaheb Ambedkar's movement, since from his early days, was to establish Buddhism in India. That was the movement. But at that time we were so much in depth, we were in Hinduism, in Brahmanism culture, that Babasaheb thought, if directly I will suggest them to come into Buddhism, they will not come. That's why he was preparing the minds, he was cultivating the minds of Indians to come in Buddhism. Tomorrow, 2nd March is this. On 2nd March 1930, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar started the movement to enter into the Kalaram temple. Tomorrow is that day. Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar's movement was not to see that Kalaram. Babasaheb Ambedkar's movement was to establish, to bring the fact between the Britishers that you are treating us as Hindus, and if we are Hindus, then why the Brahmins are denying us to enter into the temple? If we are also Hindu, you are also Hindu, then why you are not allowing us to enter into the temple? Babasaheb Ambedkar has introduced, see, the conflict in India, the war in India is not between BJP and Congress. The conflict in India is not between the battle between in India is not between Rahul Gandhi and Narendra Modi. The actual conflict in India is not political, it's cultural. It's cultural war going on since 2,500 years ago. The war in India is not between Narendra Modi and Gandhi. The war in India is between Buddhism and Brahmanism. This is the real war. But they are not focusing on Buddhism and Brahmanism. They are diverting the people of India towards the political war. Babasaheb has introduced Buddhism in India to establish a new system in India. Because the system in India still today follows the 4 strata caste system which you called Chatur Varna. Chatur Varna, Brahmana, Vaishya, Kshatriya and Shudra. Still today this system in India is following the Manusmurti, Manuvad, or you say the Chatur Varna system. I will give you the live example. 3 months ago, the President of India has gone to visit the, which temple? Jagannath Puri's temple. Orissa. He has gone to visit that temple. The Brahmins over there told that he comes from the Shudra category, scheduled caste, Mahadalit category, and he has no right to see our God. He has no right to enter into our temple. The Brahmins of that temple posed to the President of India. The President of India still today has not taken any action on that Brahmins. The President of India is not getting any justice. How will you get the justice in this system? That's why Dr. Ambedkar has introduced Buddhism in India, so that whatever difficulties arise in India, Babasaheb was of the view that my people should not beg. My people should not beg to this system of India. My people should not beg to the President of India. My people should not beg to the Prime Minister of India. If anything happens to my people will go to the Buddhist countries and all the Buddhist nations will stand to protect the Buddhists in India. Baba Sahib has given his speeches in the first World Fellowship of Buddhist Conference, second World Fellowship of Buddhist Conference, third conference, fourth conference. See, what's the difference between the Indian system and the world? Indian system and world, I will give one example of Baba Sahib only. How the Indian system is not giving you the rights, the basic rights, and how the world is recognizing you. When Baba Sahib delivered his speech at Rangoon in 1954 at World Fellowship of Buddhists, 1954, at that time Dr. Ambedkar has not got converted to Buddhism. In 1954, Baba Sahib Ambedkar delivered his speech at the third World Fellowship of Buddhist Conference. Over there, he introduced a complete plan to establish Buddhism in India. He has delivered his speech. It is known as Buddha needs no passport nor visa in India. Who needs passport or visa? Who needs? The person who is not resident to any country needs the visa to enter that country. But Buddha in India needs no passport. Why? Because Buddha is from India. His birth is from India. His enlightenment is from India. His Mahaparinirvana is in India. That's why Baba Sahib told, if you want who? The World Fellowship of Buddhists. At that time, 54 world Buddhist countries were gathered over there. 1,500 delegates were present at that conference. Observers, 500 observers were present at that conference. Baba Sahib told to that delegates, if you want to establish Buddhism in the world, I suggest you to make India as the center of Buddhism in the world. To make India as the center. Why? Because Buddha is from India. And Buddha needs no passport, no visa in India. Baba Sahib gave his speech over there. After 2 years, Baba Sahib Ambedkar got converted to Buddhism on 14 October 1956. Let me clear you, that was not limited to one district of Nagpur. Baba Sahib Ambedkar's conversion program was not limited to Maharashtra's Nagpur, not limited to the state of Maharashtra, nor it was limited to India also. Honorable Banteji is sitting on our dais. You know who gave Dhamma Diksha to Dr. Ambedkar? Who gave? Bhadanta Chandramani. Bhadanta Chandramani, Mahastavir Chandramani was from Burma. The program which was going on in Nagpur was not limited to Maharashtra or India. It was an international program because all the Buddhist nations were present on that dais and they were seeing a mass conversion program. They were witnessing a mass conversion program. After that conversion, Baba Sahib went to the 4th World Fellowship of Buddhist Conference, and the World Fellowship of Buddhist Conference president gave Baba Sahib Ambedkar Bodhisattva degree. Bodhisattva degree Baba Sahib Ambedkar got when he was alive. When Bharat Ratna was given to Baba Sahib? When? 1990, 1991. After Mahaparinirvan of Baba Sahib Ambedkar, Indian government gave Bharat Ratna, this award to Baba Saheb Ambedkar after 30 to 35 years, but the world has given Baba Saheb Ambedkar Bodhisattva in his lifetime. This is the difference. Baba Saheb was aware of the system of India, that this system is running on Chatur Varna, and they will not give the rights. That's why Baba Saheb introduced us to Buddhism, that whenever anything wrong happened to you, don't go to your collector, don't go to your IS, IPS officers, don't go to your MLA, MPs. Whenever any wrong happened to you, whenever any ill treatment is given to you, approach the Buddhist nations. Approach the Buddhist nations. They will come to save you in your area. Baba Saheb, what system Baba Saheb has given to you, you know? See that small girl is over here. What system Baba Saheb Ambedkar has introduced on 14th October 1956? If that girl, anyone just gave one slap to her, anyone in India, in your, this, Sankaleshwar, anyone beats, anyone just slap your daughter, anyone slap your son, Baba Saheb has given that power to us, that whole Buddhist nation will enter your Sankeshwar to save you. This power Baba Saheb Ambedkar has given to us, but we are not going to that power. We are divided in numbers of castes, and Buddhism has no caste. Buddhism don't recognize as castes. We are divided among castes. We are, some are Mahars, some are Mangs, some are Balmiki, some are Chambars, and many castes are there. No Buddhist country recognizes these castes, and that's why they are not coming to you. Then where they are going? Who is claiming that they are Buddhist? See, Bhanteji is sitting on this dais. Bhanteji is not going internationally and saying that please help us financially, or please help us. Who is going then? The Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi. He is approaching the world. He is going outside India, and over there he is saying, what he is saying, do you know? Because I attend World Fellowship of Buddhist conferences, I attend the United Nations conferences. Over there he claims that I am coming from India, and India is a Buddhist country. Outside India, the Prime Minister of India is claiming that India is a Buddhist country, and when he reaches India, when he comes in India he is saying India is a Hindu country. Why he is doing that? Why the Prime Minister is doing that? Because he knows, in name of Rama, in name of Brahma, or in name of Gita, I can't get 1 rupee also under these names. That's why they are presenting Buddha and taking whole resources in India and establishing Brahmanism, empowering Brahmanism in India. Japan has given 1,70,000 crores rupee to build bullet train in India. Only because India, they consider India as birthplace of Buddha. Birthplace of Buddha. And we are the real Buddhist of India, but we are not going internationally. We are fighting in India only, where the system of India is not recognizing your rights, is not ready to give you the fundamental rights. We are fighting against them. We are fighting against them. And that's why Baba Saheb Ambedkar was of the vision that whenever wrong happens to us, we will go to this council, we will go to World Fellowship of Buddhists, and we will put our cries over there. Baba Saheb Ambedkar established the Buddhist Society of India Baba Sahib Ambedkar established the Buddhist Society of India in the year 1955, which now I am the president of. Also, he affiliated the Buddhist Society of India with the World Fellowship of Buddhists. When I came to know, see, Mr. Kirti has told me that I have deliberately not introduced you fully because I think you should only explain to that. See, I belong to the third generation of Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar. I am the member from the third generation. My education, I am a graduate from commerce background from University of Mumbai. Then I did my post-graduation in management. I am MBA Finance with 83% from CFA University. I am also doing my PhD on thoughts on Ambedkar and Phule. And when I did study on the thoughts of Ambedkar,